What we got here?
Ladies
Don't read
and gentlemen, my name is Cam, and you're watching GEEKCASTER. That's right, and today in the studio we've got...
I'm sorry.
Beautiful Diz.
Sensei, I'm sorry. Hey, that was funny. Okay. Bring myself back down. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Sensei, what's up, everybody?
Rocket.
God help me, that was a good one.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Endgame. Avengers
Oh,
Endgame. So, if you did not see the movie, do not watch this because we're going in.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I will not... What is going on over there?
I haven't seen the movie.
She hasn't seen it, so
I gotta wait like a few more days.
You're rolling with us next time. We can't have you coming late to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
first
saw
of all-
y'all on Instagram.
First of all, in general, what you guys think of the movie? In general, what you think?
I loved it. I thought there was some things going on with it that maybe well, most of it I enjoyed. I enjoyed most of the film.
Yeah, it was solid. I enjoyed the film. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a few because I write comic books and things, so I had a few things with. But overall, I love the movie. So.
It had me a roller coaster of emotions.
Well, they kick you right in the heart from the start.
Yeah, they did.
They kick you right in the heart from the start. You know, the whole thing with Clint and, you know, how that went down. That was sad.
I haven't seen it, but
And you know it's amazing. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that there.
what? I was gonna say they need to stop tearing Clint's happiness apart.
Oh, they ripped
Like
it.
every time they just rip it right from him.
They do.
First of all, there were a lot of characters they didn't utilize too well.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't really utilize
My boy Falcon.
Black Panther too well. They didn't really utilize a lot of people, I think.
Well, it seemed like they just kind of gave you a closing with them, kind of like a reappearance and a closing. Like, let's just let you know what's going on with these characters, but not actually utilize them like that.
Right. I think the issue that I had with the characters, one was what they did with Thor. I didn't agree with that at all.
Just the character writing, right?
Well, how he started, it was just total. Like, you know, he come in there just throwing. I'm not even saying throwing. He was throwing. I was like, yeah, my boy Thor's gonna do it. And then he comes into the film. He's like dude from the Big Lebowski.
I love that part, though.
That drove me crazy. I'm a
that
Thor-
part I know about.
Yeah,
Thor
I'm a
is my
Thor-
favorite.
Yeah, I'm a
I
Thor
love
fan.
it, though.
Yeah,
We
I'm
gotta
a Thor
talk.
fan,
We
and
gotta
I'm just
talk.
like, you don't do that to Thor.
I love it, though.
But, I mean, don't you think that was like the best part of it? Because
I
it took him
loved
out of
it.
his element. Like, he was like really depressed.
As
Yeah,
usual.
I mean, I thought it made sense because the character he's a heartthrob for one, for women. You love the way he looks, he's gorgeous. And then to see him go through this depressed state and his body,
He had a gut.
and how gross he was.
Yeah.
So it's the total opposite of what we were used to, which is what I thought was so comical about it.
They did. I just think it.
Actually, as a man, it felt really good because he's like a, you know, he's no longer like, you know.
Perfect.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna
He
say
doesn't have that perfect look about him.
Yeah, you know.
You get to see him in his natural state.
Yeah, like a real
Natural
man.
state.
You know what I mean?
I like him serious. I like the serious side of Thor. I'm not like even with Ragnarok, and they were kind of jumping leapfrogging a little bit. I wasn't a huge fan. I like Ragnarok, but I just after a while the jokiness of it kind of was like, okay, that's enough now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I take Thor as a more of a serious character. More.
But
so.
you know what? Thor has like the Superman effect, where he's like too perfect and too focused. And I think that's why it really worked because we were able to see him be like not confident and not this pretty boy and not like, you know, this two-dimensional Boy Scout.
In a way, that's kind of bringing
agree.
it closer to like the Thor comics writing of.
He's been
Kind
alive
of.
for 1,500 years. That dude's.
Yeah, right. He needs help.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
But he lost everything, so it was
He
kind of
Again.
like, yeah. So
For
it
the
was,
5th time.
See,
Yeah.
I can understand the first
There's no
part
reason for
where
him
he
to-
was, you know, he was
continue.
in, you know, he's feeling down and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I would be, but the whole, I don't know, just the whole out of shape thing.
he was sitting there playing video games. This is made
god
him.
of thunder, man. How much alcohol?
He
would
wasn't
have
the god
to
of
drink to
thunder.
get
Yeah.
drunk?
There's
You
no
know?
Asgard no more. That's it.
Yeah, there's
What
no
is
God
he?
of
What is he?
thunder
What is he
anymore.
god of?
He's a-
And why is he giving his kingdom away to some woman?
Valkyrie, right?
He never
Yeah.
wanted to do it.
He never wanted to do it in the first.
I just wanted to see
Yeah.
Rocket Gill's face when I said that. You know, she goes, "Are you being like sexist?" I like it. look at the face. Look
You
at the
better
face.
watch,
She got
man. You're gonna get some comments.
yeah. That was hilarious. I got you on that one, yeah. No, but for real though, let's jump into the nitty gritty. The biggest problem, well, no, there's the second biggest problem is drawing out the backstory, the back love of Captain America. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need all that. You know, the world's about to end. People are dying everywhere. The last thing I want to see is like, oh, I miss you.
Well, I
I got
disagree.
your picture.
I
Well, you know they
disagree
always
with
gotta
that.
throw the love story element in
Yeah.
all these movies. They always do that.
Yeah.
But they always talk about Peggy Carter in just about every
They
Captain
do,
America.
and that was the love of
Peggy-
his life.
Yeah.
And
so
Peggy is literally the constant through every single Marvel series that they
anything
have
with Captain
ongoing.
America is,
Yeah.
And
She
that
comes
was the
up
love of
in
his life.
everything.
I think they wanted to give everybody some kind of closure. So for his story to end and everyone to be happy and have their silver lining, he had to be with Peggy.
Yep.
So I felt like that was necessary. They had to show that.
And she was still, well, we don't know if she died or not.
I assume she did.
Yeah.
Because why would he come back?
But also remember, he had a crush on her. He didn't even know that chick. He didn't know her. He didn't know her enough to be like, oh, I love you.
I had a crush on someone in third grade. Don't mean I'm time jumping back to go get
You know what I mean?
Right?
Like he genuinely, I think, loved
yeah,
her.
That was the love of his life.
Yeah.
I'm not going back in the time and say, Lisa, hey, how you doing? For all I know now, she's got like no teeth in one leg. I don't know that.
What's up with you and people and their teeth, man?
Jeez, guy.
Huh? You always getting on people's teeth. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Get quiet now.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, they're playing out Captain America's like character plot and his story, kind of like a 40s like romance.
Yeah.
So they're matching that to his character. So of course he's gonna go back and be like, "Oh, I love
The
you."
love of his life.
Yeah, even
think-
though like
didn't
it's
he-
not gonna work.
Didn't he visit her in
Yeah.
one of the movies when she was older in a home?
He did.
And,
he did.
Yeah.
He did. That's,
Yeah,
that's
in his
when
movie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Counts.
All right.
second one.
Now that we like shake the dust out of our hair, the most important problem in Endgame is the way they use time travel. Ladies and gentlemen, the way they use time travel, it's too problematic.
Well,
That's a Marvel thing.
Well, they opened up the whole.
That's
There's going to be alternate reality.
yeah.
Especially with
So that's-
Cap, the way Cap left everything. It's
Yes.
like, does Cap even exist now?
yeah.
You understand?
And that's
what I mean?
also that's part of the
Yeah.
Marvel plot. Time travel. They had to do it.
They did the
If
Dragon
they
Ball Z
didn't
time
do
travel.
if they
line.
didn't do the time travel, they wouldn't. They'd have to stop in the next like 3 movies, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you say that.
The comic book plot prediction.
You don't- the thing
It's
is,
like
you
you
don't
don't
wanna
know
have to
what's.
depend on time travel to always pull your story together, if that makes any sense. It gets
Yeah.
old real quick.
It does,
does.
but that's
Yeah.
what Marvel and DC did,
DC.
like at the same time, 6 years ago or something like that. Both of them split their universes.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I never doubted that at some point.
There we go.
I'm surprised they did it now, but at some point
had
they
to
were
do
going
it
to throw
now.
in the time
They
travel.
went too far with the last
Yeah.
film, so they had to fix it. The only way to fix it was to do that. I mean, I'm trying to think of another solution to bring those characters back, but
They had to use.
Well, look, think about it this way. If let's go through each character and how they screwed everything up with time travel. For instance,
I didn't watch the movie.
if Thor, like, you know, his hammer gets destroyed by Thanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes back in time, and then he picks up the, you know, whatever, and then goes back in the future. Well, then that means Thor would not have that hammer all in between. Like, he wouldn't.
Oh.
You see
So
what
all
I mean?
that
He
other
would
stuff that happened, he wouldn't have had his hammer.
exactly because like you just looped it to the future. But then what was he fighting with? And all the time the hammer saved the day, he wouldn't have it. So he probably wouldn't even exist in the future.
So technically, in
yeah, but it's
Infinity
alternate
War,
timelines.
he wouldn't even have his hammer.
But then
Yeah,
you
but
could
there's
argue
alternate
that.
timelines.
Yeah, then you could argue
It's
that
new
they're
timelines.
taking it from a different timeline. They're
Yeah.
screwing over a
They're not
different
screwing their
timeline
timeline.
to fix theirs.
All right.
Their timeline
Which-
is finito. Whatever the track is on is on.
That's later.
So basically,
So-
like
Fun.
It's gonna be
millions of
fast now.
people have died, universes are
In
destroyed.
their own timeline. in their own timeline.
Not in the movie timeline that we're in right now.
Not in the movie timeline, because if you remember, when he went back in time and he was speaking to, I forgot the lady's name, the one, Doctor Strange.
Ancient.
No, that was the Hulk that did that.
Oh yeah, the Hulk. Yes.
Yeah.
So when they had a whole conversation, she said, "If you take the stone from me, it would ruin my timeline. It may fix yours, but it ruins mine. So you have to bring, which shows you there that she's gonna have her own separate destiny than the timeline they came from.
Yeah.
So basically, we could have a whole bunch of different movies.
It's definitely going to open up. They're going to bring in a bunch of new characters and things like that. Who knows? I don't know what they're going to do with Cap. Hey, they might even have Cap. Remember, he was actually fighting for Hydra at one point. Remember the Hydra?
That's
remember
true.
he said in the movie, Hell Hydra. Remember he said that. So I don't see them getting rid of Chris Evans.
Well, no. I mean, he said hail,
Hydra for
just to blend in.
Yeah,
to get the
that could be
briefcase.
a clue.
No.
There's some clues
There's
in
a
that
time-
movie. There's
He's
some
back in
clues
time
that
now.
movie.
You gotta remember.
Yeah.
There's a timeline like that.
His timeline
there
is
is.
now in the
that's
past.
a thing.
Yeah.
He's in the past.
Marvel's gone through that plot. That could happen.
That could
So
happen.
he lived another 50 years in a different timeline that we don't know about now since he went back in the time.
Exactly. So there's a lot of stuff that they can take and twist and turn around.
I mean, as a fan, if you want me to ride with you, you can't make the roller coaster so bad that I fall out the seat. You know what I mean, man?
Well, there were certain parts. I think another part for me was what they did with the Hulk. I like Professor Hulk, but this is the last movie. This is the final showdown, and he didn't get to land one punch on Thanos. You understand? After what happened to him in Infinity War, and he didn't get to at least land a jab on him. I didn't like that. I think they should have had Hulk at least have some fight time.
Actually, you know what? That's a good point there, man.
Yeah, Hulk was in the corner crying the last film.
Yeah.
Pretty much. He didn't have any.
And he had
Hulk
no
scenes.
fight time this
No.
one. And that would have been cool to see the cool, calm, smart Hulk actually fight instead of the rage. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
we
And
didn't
they
actually
did-
get a
they
chance
did
to
make
see
good use
him.
of that.
Yeah.
That kind of ticked me off right
Yeah.
there. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
And why does the cool, calm Hulk have to have the man's face? Why
Because
didn't
he's a mix of Banner and Hulk.
I thought
So,
that was cool how they did
Yeah,
that.
he gave him the
that
gray
makes sense.
hair.
Yeah.
He looked a little different, so I think it's just the merger of the two characters, which is why they did that.
They did a good
He's
job.
smaller too, if you noticed.
He was smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was smaller. I think he's only 7'6" like that, I think.
And they merged the two.
You know,
made him
I'm
a
so
medium-
mad
medium.
that Charles, you'd even know, like, the height. Like, oh, they think he's like...
Well, you can tell in comparison to the other
Yeah.
characters. Like the original Hulk was huge, bulky. You couldn't even really. You can grab somebody and fling them around. This one seemed like he sat at the booth
Yeah,
with the rest of them.
He was sitting in the
He's
back
sitting
of
at
the
the
truck.
table.
I'm
Like,
sorry, he's in the back of the truck just
yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was that was like two of the main things. What they did with Thor, what they did with
Oh, I got one for you then. What about, what's her name? Gamora. Now, if Gamora was, like, in the future, right, and then, so that means she never would have been in the soul, kilts for, like, the soul stone. So, like, there's, like, a glitch there.
Yeah, that timeline changed. That's another timeline. Everything that they did to go back and get one stone made a whole alternate universe for that.
They could have did that with Black Widow too. They,
They could have went and got the past Black Widow and brought
yeah,
her back
they could have
if they
brought her
wanted
back, and that she'd be right in the present. How they said you're present, whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It mixed me up anyway, but yeah, I don't know if she's gone either.
to. I don't think she's gone. They just didn't show her, but she didn't vanish with the snap.
No, she did, but remember they say the soul stone is soul for soul, so they would have to trade.
But it's a soul for that timeline. It's a different timeline now.
Good point.
So you have total different things going on. So the Gamora that's now from the past that went into the future, that made an alternate universe for those people. And Thanos died
Now,
in
this
that
is the thing
timeline,
with
right?
that,
So
though. Now with that snap, were they dead? Now this is kind of jumping a little bit in the comic book. Remember, he was in love with death. Thanos. So is he dead, or can he be brought back? You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm kind of curious to see where they're going to go with this.
Well, no, he's not dead because it's like half the planet, most of the planet got snapped and they got brought back, right?
everyone got brought back.
Yeah.
pretty
But
much.
remember, he got banished though. Remember when Iron Man snapped his fingers, Thanos disappeared.
Wait a minute.
And all
Wait
his
a
minions
minute.
disappeared.
There's
Yeah.
another problem. Wait a minute. So, like, if they went and they changed things, right? And remember those 5 years where everybody died? Does that mean in those 5 years nobody died?
Yeah, everyone came back exactly, but then like moments later. So for them, they
It's
didn't age or anything.
Nothing.
They
They
came
said it
back.
right in the film.
Yeah, but
Remember?
what happened to those 5 years?
Well, Peter Parker
Nothing.
said that.
Nothing.
Remember?
Nothing.
He said, "Hey, Mr. Stark, I don't know. We turned to dust, and next thing you know, Doctor Strange is telling us to come on, let's go. It's time to go." It was like 5 seconds.
It was
to
2
them.
seconds to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though 5 years had passed because they brought him back to the current timeline. I had a question now. Why would they choose to go back into time and get stones from all over the place? Why didn't they just go back to where right before Thanos destroyed them?
I thought about that.
And knocked him the hell out and got all those stones there, and that
easy.
would have been done. Too easy. Or they could have went
Yeah.
back
Too
before
easy.
he even got the stones.
Movie would have been done.
And fixed all that stuff then too.
Yeah.
Movie would have been done in 40
Or
minutes.
they could have went back when Mr. Guardians of the Galaxy messed everything up.
Yeah,
Remember?
they
Yeah,
could've
that's
went
what I meant,
there,
right
'cause
there.
They nearly had the whole. They nearly had the gauntlet off his hand.
Yeah.
But they
And
got-
Miss what's her name? I'm about to say Miss Marvel.
That's wonderful. Captain
Captain Marvel. She changed things, so her just going back could have stopped that whole situation from happening and
Yeah.
creating a new alternate time. Instead of going back now and making like 16 parallel universes now
they're
and
gonna have-
timelines
They
because
want the Marvel verse. They
They
already
want-
got the Spider Verse.
Yeah.
They want the whole set.
according to time travel, one little change will make a whole split timeline.
Butterfly
That thing-
effect.
Butterfly
yeah,
effect,
that thing's
several
gonna
of them.
split like
Yeah.
crazy.
So since they went back and took stones from each era, that means it made alternate for each one of those.
Yeah.
And then they went back and put it back. That changed everything again too.
But you know what that means? They can write whatever stories they want.
Oh, yeah.
Cinematically, TV shows.
Yep.
And if it gets messed up, they can just be like, it's not in the same universe.
It's not
Yep.
the same universe.
But they were
And
going to
that's the
say
same
that
thing with
anyway.
comics.
They don't have to confuse me with the lie they're going to say anyway.
I mean, now it's not a lie.
Oh.
And it made me so mad because how do you just miss Thanos destroying them, and you could have just went back right then? That would have been an easy fix.
That would have been an easy fix, but it wouldn't have gave.
It wouldn't have gave us the movie. I
Yeah, it
know.
wouldn't have gave
Yeah.
us the movie.
That's too logical.
All right. I got to ask the ladies this because I don't want to get in trouble, all right? So I got to ask you. That moment when Captain Marvel, all right? Whatever. When all the ladies started to say, "Hey, we got you, girl. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna stick together." That was so pointless from my perspective because
get
it was
it.
like you didn't really need any of them.
They wanted to put that in there. I mean, clearly, and it was too obvious that they wanted to put it in there. I mean, great. I'm glad there's a lot of female characters now, but it made it a little cheesy with the "Come on, girls, let's get them." And all the girls came running up, you know, and the girls, you know, band together and
But they
Maybe
couldn't
they
do
just
Sailor
anything.
Man, you know.
Oh man! Yeah, right.
That's what it kind of felt like.
Wow,
That's-
that's true though.
Yeah.
That's true.
They probably just wanted to keep it. Like, it was one of those scenes that they didn't want to lose. They probably just, like, were like, we just
They
really
didn't
want
have
to
to
keep
say it though.
Yeah, they
Come on, girls, we got your back. Like if they would have just took that word out, we would have all noticed.
That's
Oh,
almost
wow, oh, it's all the girls. That's cool. Like I would have just rather have
That's
recognized
really
it.
funny.
Rather have said Sailor Moon. I mean, you might as well have just had the the little
Transformation.
You might as well
I
at that
didn't think
point.
about that, but yeah, it's true.
Didn't need to be
Just
stated.
go
Could have
ahead
just
and
did it.
just go
We
to
would have
work.
got it. We would have said, "Oh wow, look at all the girls," and it would have been a lot better. They had
And-
announced it's all women power.
I
You know,
feel
like,
you, but I don't understand because they didn't do anything. Because all she did was fly away. Like they couldn't protect her because she's more powerful than all of them. Like it didn't make any sense.
it didn't, but they just wanted to say it.
Well,
They
they
wanted
had-
to
yeah.
state it. They wanted to do it. So they just kind of forced. I mean, a lot of the stuff, the results that came out from that didn't really pan out to work. You know, I mean, I'm about to say Miss Marvel again. Captain Marvel.
So we're not in Miss Marvel
She
yet.
didn't overpower everything, which was good though. The way people thought was going to happen, like she's going to be the one to take down Thanos. Thanos actually thumped her.
Yeah.
Pretty. I don't want to give that away for you because that was pretty funny how
Okay.
we did that. But when this was the part for me because I read the original Infinity Gauntlet, so I'm trying to figure out okay who are they going to have in there? Is Doctor Doom going to be in there? Is they're going to have Adam Warlock? So in
Yeah, I
the
don't
movie,
know,
when you
Adam.
see the sky light up and they're looking, you see the light. Two things
Wait.
went through my head. Two things. I was like, damn, Galactus is coming. And then when Galactus wasn't coming, to me, if they would have did this would have put the movie over the top. If they would have had Silver Surfer come in on his freaking board, because remember, Silver Surfer's a major player in the Infinity Gun. If they would have had him come down, oh my goodness, that would have been freaking cool. Anyway,
So where's Adam Warlock? Is he going to be
I
probably
don't
in
know.
the
Remember, he
Guardians
was
of
a
the
ma-
Galaxy? Because he was at the end of one of the
Guardians
Guardians
of the Galaxy. But I thought they were going to actually put him in.
Yeah, no, I guess
thought they were
not.
gonna
I
use
guess
him
that's
in
going to be
there.
the
Maybe
next.
they're waiting.
The next thing coming up.
But yeah, that was cool. And
Well-
I'm kind of curious to see what they do with Sam. Now, comic books, he becomes the next, help me out, Captain America. Now, the thing is, does he get the he gets the super soldier serum? Everyone can't take that.
But wait a minute, isn't
Does he get it? Does he? Because he doesn't have any strength.
I don't think he gets it.
I thought Winter
'Cause he's not
Soldier was
strong.
supposed
He
to
just-
be. Winter Soldier's
No,
actually supposed to get him
Bucky-
first.
No, it's
Bucky
Sam.
is not.
No, it's not Bucky.
Bucky can't do that.
No.
I haven't seen it yet. Bucky can't do that. Bucky's not in that
They
role.
passed it down. Even in the comic book, Sam becomes Captain America. But I never read the story. But like, did they give him the super soldier serum? But everyone can't get that super soldier serum.
I don't
How
think they gave it to him.
convenient.
How can he throw that shit?
Imagine.
How convenient.
How convenient. I have a vial of super soldier serum. Do you want it?
We're all heroes now. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? We just, one of us is a superhero, and then, hey, guess what? You're a superhero
Surprise.
too.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Well, didn't they
You sound like Oprah. You could be a superhero. You could be a superhero.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
just kind of curious
That's
how
what it is
that.
now.
I have to go
Very
back and read the
convenient.
comic.
Yeah, I gotta check on that. I don't remember.
But he does become Captain America. So
Did you guys
He's my
like the Red
favorite.
Skull giving the Lady Death vibes? Because I really wanted to see. I wanted to see Death so bad. I don't know.
I know. I thought they were going to. That's what I was trying to say, even with Death, because remember, Thanos, that was his girl.
It was.
Yeah, so I was kind of curious if they were going to do that because she was in the comics. So
And when he came out in that whole flowy, he was floating. I said, oh, it's that. And I was like, oh, it's Red Skull. What the hell? Wait, what's going on?
They're like baiting you.
Yeah.
It's like you thought.
I really didn't like his reasoning for it. I mean, I get it, but I love the fact that, his love for death was the reason why he was as psychotic as he was.
He did it for the nookie.
But I guess it wouldn't make sense for him to kill half the
No.
planet.
Remember that song?
Did it for the nookie, so you can take it. Yeah.
oh, Lord. Guys, it's crazy. That's funny. But
Well, that's
overall,
what he did. He did it for love, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're gonna be like a psychotic villain, you gotta do it for love.
Oh, did you catch it? I don't want to spoil it, but it's not spoiling because you actually saw it, but a lot of people miss it. I believe I know who's actually coming in to the next Black Panther film. And I'm going to give you guys a little brief history. Remember Age of Ultron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they showed the map. And they showed Wakanda. They didn't know exactly where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, there's only one person actually go in and make it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is. So they showed Wakanda. And then they showed a part in the ocean. And then in Infinity, Infinity. What's the? I'm getting
Endgame.
Endgame. God hell, I'm saying Infinity War. Yeah, Endgame.
Too
They
many.
said when they were talking with Black
29.
Widow and they were asked, is anything going on? And she was like, there was an earthquake under the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing we can do, just leave it alone. Who is that? That's Namor, baby! That's Submariner. Submariner is going to be in the next Black Panther 2. That is my call. They showed it in Age of Ultron and they hinted again. It's going to be Submariner. That's what I believe.
I'm down with that.
They're going to bring in
I'm
Submariner.
down with that.
That's what I believe. That would be nice. Because I'm a Submariner fan. And, they're probably going to do it because of Aquaman too. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a big one.
yeah, they're going to do it. But that would be actually pretty cool.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
well,
Because
yeah.
of all this girl power stuff,
There we
and
go.
only DC only has Wonder Woman shining, they're really gonna have to push that Batwoman movie they've been talking about. You know, they're not doing Batgirl; they're gonna do Batwoman.
That woman.
Why not Batgirl?
I know. I
Is that
don't
the
know.
one, the Batgirl, Harley Quinn, and that whole thing, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, that one, or they're just doing a solo?
Well, allegedly, Siren's supposed to happen, but separate, there's supposed to be a Batwoman.
Was it supposed to be the Birds of Prey crap? What's going on?
Yeah. No, the
No,
Sirens.
actually.
The
Sound like Birds
Sirens
of
of
Prey.
Gotham.
Oh, I'd prefer Batgirl. We could get the
Yeah.
Titans in on
That
something.
wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
That would be actually pretty cool.
I think that they need to spend time writing the movies.
They
like,
don't.
take-
It's like, they
take
don't
a-
adapt
Take a break. While this is going on and everyone's in Endgame, y'all just sit down and write something. Like, think of it. Don't just produce it and shove it out.
Well, you know what it is. This is the controversial part. There's tons of writers in Hollywood, And just because you can write dialogue doesn't mean you're a storyteller.
No.
They need people
That's
that can
correct,
tell
yeah.
a story,
Yeah,
and then once they have a story, then have someone write the dialogue. You know
These
what I mean?
stories are already written. Heck.
I know.
The dialogue's
You
already
just gotta
written.
retell it
Go
correctly.
get you some back issues somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm yanking on the mic over here. Pardon me. But yeah, go get you some back issues, man, and take the good stories and do it that way. So
And that's
this
what made
stuff's
Marvel so
already done.
genius. It's just they connected everything together and everything flowed so nicely.
Everything is
And you
already
had to
done.
see, like, even if you weren't a Guardians of the Galaxy fan, you watched the movie because it's connected to everything
It's
else.
Everything.
Like, I'm not into Captain Marvel, but of course I watched it because
That's why the
I'm
movie
watching
did so
Endgame.
well, too.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know.
you gotta watch it because you're not gonna be like, who's this woman finding? If you don't know nothing about the comic books,
No.
you gotta watch it.
My main reason for going to see Captain Marvel, I think she did a decent job for the
It's okay.
script and everything. Yeah, I mean, she did what the directors and producers
Yeah,
wanted.
agreed.
They effed up the scrolls, man. That's why I
Yeah.
went to go see it, was for the scrolls, and the scrolls were kind of like weak.
I felt like there was no connection between her and the other
I'm
characters.
like that. No, I
feel like they didn't know how.
Yeah, like her and
Like they
Sammy,
didn't know how to do
and they're
it.
talking. I'm sitting
It
there
was
like,
just like awkward.
yeah.
It was. It was
Yeah.
no connection.
There was no
whatsoever.
connection. So I didn't really care too much for it. I didn't believe any of the acting.
Well, everyone went to see it because
So.
they said it was connected. with
And that's how
Endgame.
you make a
And
movie and
technically,
you-
didn't
you
even
know,
have to
you
see
make money.
Endgame.
They don't
I mean,
even
you
need
got
to say
see that
anything to
scene,
make people
man.
go see their movies
No,
anymore. Come on.
they don't. We've invested how many years into this?
Right. But
So-
you know what they're doing. I believe they do all these solo movies, and it leads up to a bigger movie. And I think a smart one would be Secret Wars.
Ah, yeah. Secret Wars would be
man.
good.
What?
That would be really good.
Cut me a check, Marvel, because you know that's where you're going. You need me to write something I'll write for you, too.
They could do a
Anyway,
TV series out of Secret Wars,
Secret
honestly.
Wars, yeah. Secret
Yeah.
Wars is tight, man. That would be good.
Well, I've got some posters for you guys.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So I was just like showing the fans what that looks like. That's what we do. Because we like all this stuff over here. Put that right in the front. That's not going to stay. It's not going to
This
work.
is good, man.
So you got like Marvel
Good,
making
you guys
this.
know your stuff.
Yeah.
You know the
Oh,
truth.
people you could actually
Yeah.
talk to. I haven't even seen the
Talk to
movie.
anybody. I'm like crazy. I'm like, what? Who Peter? Who? What?
And I haven't even watched the movie yet.
Yeah. Like, what the frick, man? People don't know anything. I'm like,
No, I'm feeling really into it right now. I'm like ready to go back and read all my old trades and stuff.
Yeah, seriously.
No, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to hit up a small movie theater. I know tomorrow
Yeah,
because they're
go.
more likely to have.
I don't even know how
space
you're
to
still.
go.
Because I left work. I was like, no.
Because
I scrolled down my
basically
timeline and
figured
said,
out
oh
what
hell
was
no.
happening. So
Got
I
up.
didn't feel like I had to
I'm like,
rush.
y'all not spoiling this for me.
I like
You saw what I showed you. I showed him a meme a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
and it's a spoiler.
Girl, I'm on
And that's
Twitter.
what-
I've seen so many
Like-
memes of what's happened.
But they setting people up to make sure you don't know you getting spoiled until you halfway read the damn thing.
I'm okay with that.
That's crazy. No, I would have been
I
mad.
had a fight.
Yes.
I
You heard
mean-
about the fight that the guy in Domino's? Or
What?
There was a couple fights actually. Dude came out the movie theater and telling everybody to move.
Yes.
They whooped them up.
Yo,
They
I was,
jumped him. They jumped
okay,
him.
to be fair, like I'm okay with it now because I kind of like sussed out like what's going on. But the first day, I was
used to
scared
know
to
that.
like go anywhere. Like I walked past like
I
3
don't know how
movie
you're still
theaters
doing it.
and like all packed,
I would've
no
watched-
tickets, me,
We,
headphones.
All right, then, it's headphones.
I'm sorry.
Everybody, give everybody your social
What else?
media. Yeah.
I'm beautiful Diz.
Vex Comics, VEXED Comics COMICS.
Rocket Gills.
And I'm Guy Whitcam. That's Guy, WHITCAM. For all of you that can spell or just want to hear my lovely voice. You're watching GEEKCASTER, everything sci-fi, fantasy, gaming. You know what I geek culture. Tell the people something before we go. Tell them something amazing.
I want to thank the producers, the directors, Sega, Paramount, for re-editing Sonic the Hedgehog. Now I might actually go see the movie. The fans came out and caused a ruckus like they should anyway, and they fixed it. Kudos to you guys for listening to the fans. That's how it should be done. But don't you ever do something stupid like that again, because you should know better. You should know better. That's all I'm saying.
I'm singing a song. He's the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. Sonic.
There you have it.
Okay. What he said.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was amazing.
If I could if I had the Infinity God snap my fingers and make that go away. But anyway, you guys did your thing, and thank you.
I would want to say thank you to Marvel for making something more complex than freaking DC. Martha? My mother's name is Martha too. See how we connected them there?
I didn't say that name.